Welcome back. If you're just waking up, it is about 6:45 in the morning down in Dallas, Texas, where they're waking up. They know of at least 2 snipers shot 12 officers and killed 5 cops. There was a stampede in downtown Dallas as shots rang out from the El Centro College parking structure. David Webb is a Fox News contributor. He lived in Dallas for 4 years. David, talk a little bit about what you're seeing right there.
What you're seeing is an open area in the downtown Dallas area. You've got wide streets. You've got buildings that are commercial buildings for the most part. And in this case, you had basically a good line of sight, although at night would have been a difficult shot, which brings into play, or brings into my thoughts, the ability of this shooter. But you've got a very open area where it's easy to pick your targets.
I asked Governor Huckabee earlier on the show, was this terrorism?
It is terrorism in its form. We don't know the motivation or what type of terrorism behind it, but it is terrorism. There's no doubt about that. The type of act, the deliberate nature. Now, I've listened to some other cell phone video of what's going on down there, and I'm starting to hear something more in the shots and the nature, the way they were fired. I hear grouping in the shots.
What does that mean?
Shots fired in rapid pattern, 3 shots, 4 shots, pick another target.
Who does that?
That's the sniper.
No, I understand, but what kind of training is that?
It's military training. Look, it's something you can kind of see in the video games, but in order to commit that kind of shot from an elevation down, and certainly not claiming to be the world's expert here, but these are the basics of how you would carry this out. And this is someone who knew what they were doing.
Exactly. That would take a lot of experience, a lot of practice. You've got a lot of friends in law enforcement in Dallas. You've been talking to them this morning. What are they telling you? How do they begin to pick up the pieces? Can they heal from this experience?
Well, police officers will do what they always do. They will go back on the job. They will go out. They will protect the community. They always do. It's what they do every day. I always say they go out the door every day not knowing what will happen, from a traffic stop to guarding the people at a peaceful protest. You're always in the target zone.
The president speaking in Poland a short time ago saying we don't have all the facts yet, but then proceeded to talk about gun control.
Insulting, disgusting, beneath the office of the president. We have dead police officers' families who will find out this morning that their family member is dead. We have a community that's broken. We have concerned citizens who had serious concerns about the shooting of 2 men, and we don't know all the facts there, but they are also entitled to have their concerns. And the president goes to something which is not relevant to the issue.
But you're going to hear it. You know you're going to hear it because these groups are going to come out. How do these guys have multiple magazines, AR-15s, body armor, and the police look like they were sitting ducks?
They can say all of that, but one, these are not assault rifles unless you modify them, which is illegal. They're not automatic weapons, again, unless you modify them. It's a long gun. Also, you want your officers to have that same long gun to go deal with these men. It's like the Orlando terrorist. The Orlando terrorist could have done more damage, faster rate of fire in an enclosed space with a 9mm than a long gun. So think about this. Ignore the false narrative, and they want the profile of the weapon versus the ability to use it.
What do police officers need to hear today? What would you like to hear from the president?
I got to tell you, there are times when I don't want to, but if you're the president of the United States and you want to do the right thing, then you stand up and you say that we must stand together as an American community. We must deal with this issue. We must wait for the facts to come out. We must support these men and women, these communities that are broken. Something else that's important here, while these police officers are now focused heavily on this, other areas of the Dallas community need to be protected. Sure. They're out doing their jobs. They're still investigating crimes. They're still going after the bad guys in one of America's largest cities. We need to come together as a community and support them.
All right. David Webb, thank you very much.